The question for today is, what is oxidative stress? So to understand what oxidative stress is, we need to understand what oxidation is. So oxidation is just a very fancy chemical term that means something is burning. Now, things can burn very, very rapidly, such as in a house fire or a forest fire, or things can burn very, very slowly. For example, if you have a white piece of paper and you let it sit around for 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, it'll slowly turn yellow. And that's literally that piece of paper slowly reacting with the oxygen in the environment and burning. Now, our body does oxidation all the time, and it does it somewhere in between the forest fire and that piece of paper slowly turning yellow. So when you eat food, for example, you oxidize that food, you burn that food, and you use the energy from that burning food to run your body. When you use medicines, your body will oxidize those medicines, and that's how it gets rid of those medicines from the body so that they don't hang around for a long time in many cases. So the question is, what is oxidative stress? Well, oxidative stress is when you have so much oxidation going on that your body just can't keep up. So it gets behind. Now, a lot of things can cause oxidative stress. So for example, if you get an infection, then your body's immune system will attack that infection, and it literally burns up. It's burning those bacteria. It uses biochemistry to cause a fire and burn the virus, burn the bacteria or fungus, whatever is causing the infection. So that's one thing that can cause oxidative stress if you have an overwhelming infection. But there's things that we add into our own body, for example, common pollutants that are in the environment that might get in our food, for example, an insecticide or a herbicide. Those can cause oxidative stress. If we get, say, antibiotics are a chemical that's gonna have to be burned. Our body is going to process that. So even skipping a couple of meals can cause oxidative stress, and certain genetic factors, so some things that we're born with that we have no control over, leave us more prone to getting oxidative stress. So it's what causes oxidative stress is different for each person, and it's very hard to predict when you're going to have oxidative stress. When you do have oxidative stress, it can cause a lot of problems. And for example, if you have some life event that's very stressful and you're oxidative stress, well, then the psychological stress from that event can make your oxidative stress worse because it's ramping up your immune system. It's putting that psychological stress is putting your immune system on edge. So that's just one example of how oxidative stress in everyday life can cause problems.